think the greatest fear that we face is ourselves.
Dribble grab, change of direction by Bryant.
Nothing.
Lob pass. Wow.
Because we all have dreams, and it's very scary sometimes to accept the dream that you have. And it's scarier still to say, okay, I want that. It's scary because you're afraid that if you put your heart and soul into it and you fail, then how are you going to feel about yourself, right? So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. No matter what, go for it. Not for anybody else, but for yourself.
All right, so it looks like I won't be making it to the Toronto Film Festival anytime soon. What's up guys? So in this video, I am going to talk about fear and how it's getting in my way. So I've been sitting down at my desk trying to write a script for my next video. However, I am unable to think of any new ideas until the tragic death of Kobe Bryant happened. And like everybody else, I was saddened and devastated. And I started looking into his interviews and his highlights on YouTube. And I came to realize that this man had an impact on millions of people, and he left a trail of inspiration behind him. And it inspired me because I realized that one of the reasons why I wasn't creating is because fear was blocking me in my mind. And then I thought to myself, one way we can honor his death is by utilizing his wisdom. Fear is the only thing standing in between us and fulfilling our fullest potential. And then it got me thinking, I'm like, what's the body of work that I want to leave behind? You know, what's the impact that I want to have on my family and my friends and my small circle? And I understand that I might not ever be able to impact thousands of people or millions like Kobe did. But I feel like it's an obligation for me to figure out who I am and to honor it. In order for me to align myself with the truest versions of myself, I really have to learn how to overcome my fears. So I decided to free myself from the pressure of creating greatness, because I came to realize that it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen by practicing and putting in work, and that, you know, failing and losing and not getting over 100 views is all part of the process. The process that it takes for you to become great. I look up to the people that I admire, and they're all saying the same thing. You know, everybody had a slow start. Everybody failed their way to success. So you really have to look at it on the big picture and be like, okay, maybe I'm not great today. Maybe I can't produce greatness right now, but maybe in 3 years, maybe in 5 years, you know, I'll be able to produce greatness. So trust the process, people. And it's the same thing with jiu-jitsu, you know, sometimes you go to the gym and you have a really bad training session and you just get destroyed by everybody. But that still shouldn't stop you from looking at the bigger picture and realizing that, hey, I'm not that good today, but hey, I can become great at this if I, you know, keep going to practice and you know, keep showing up. Part of becoming mature is to embrace your imperfections. For instance, after I started to film myself a few times, I came to realize that I kind of look like a raccoon.
All around me are familiar faces.
I can't let that stop me from producing videos, and because there's no way I'm going to reach greatness if I keep focusing on my imperfections. You know, you gotta embrace the imperfections. I look like a raccoon, and you know, keep it moving. And you just have to trust that the universe has put out some raccoon lovers out there. A lot of the times I don't know what I'm doing, you know, but I keep stepping forward with the self-belief that it will work out. You know, it's scary to become a freelancer and not get a job where you have safety and stability. It's scary to put yourself out on YouTube. It's scary to sign up to a jiu-jitsu competition where you're gonna be battling a stranger who's gonna try to hurt you. It's scary to vlog and document your jiu-jitsu competitions because you could go there and get embarrassed and get submitted within the first 5-10 seconds. Or worse, injured. You know, I don't have to sign up and compete at jiu-jitsu competition, but I like to do so in order to train my mind to get over fears. Because you go to competition, you're nervous, you're doubting yourself, your teammates are there, people are watching, you're vlogging it, and it becomes very scary. But I like to think that you're actually training your mind to be able to perform under high pressure. And I think that will spill over into other parts of my life and will be very beneficial for my self-growth. I like to lean towards a high risk, high reward type of lifestyle where, you know, I might not make it as a content creator, you know, I might end up flipping burgers at Burger King. However, if I'm able to make it as a content creator, I could design the life that I want because I get to be my own boss, I create my own schedule. My roommate's here. Anyways, guys, I read Russ.
Okay, hello guys, how are you today? I come back from work, very exhausted. Now you tell me, does hard work pay off?
All right, so as I was saying, I read Russ's book, and in his book, he talks about embracing the uncertainty that comes with chasing your dreams. Now, I know a lot of you might hate him because of his arrogance, but the fact that he put out a song every week for 2 years is a work ethic that's quite admirable for me. Because you have to be fueled with so much confidence and self-belief in order to live off of a couple $100 while pursuing your passion until you eventually blow up and become a millionaire in your 20s. In his book, he writes, "Repetition is the father of perfection. You have to simultaneously believe that what you're doing is good and have the foresight to understand that even if it's not as good as you want, it will become great through practice. You have to be okay with not being good for a year or 10. I stopped creating because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to produce greatness. So to all the kings and queens listening to this video right now and you're working on yourself, but you're not getting the results that you want, liberate yourself from the pressure of being great by realizing that mistakes happen and you have to keep producing while making the right adjustments each time. As long as you have a vision and you're working towards it, it's just a matter of time before we reach our goals. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I go by the nickname of Sam Afshinpizi. If you enjoyed watching this video, please do not forget to subscribe. It will encourage me to continue creating content on YouTube. And don't forget to always believe in yourself. Peace, 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 peace.
I think the greatest fear that we face is ourselves.
Dribble down, change of direction by Bryant. Nothing. Love pass up. Wow.
Because we all have dreams, and it's very scary sometimes to accept the dream that you have. And it's scarier still to say, okay, I want that. It's scary because you're afraid that if you put your heart and soul into it and you fail, then how are you going to feel about yourself, right? So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. No matter what, go for it. Not for anybody else, but for yourself.